Greetings Commanders, this is KreeKree here giving you another episode of Elite Dangerous Engineers. So this week's engineer is 𝗕𝗓𝗓. Now what we'll be doing is that we'll be discussing the location of 𝗕𝗓𝗓, how you're able to discover 𝗕𝗓𝗓, what the meeting requirements are, unlocking requirements, reputation gain, what modules are available to be upgraded with 𝗕𝗓𝗓, and what their modifications are. And we'll also be focusing on a particular module and one of the modifications that you can do for that module. And as per usual, a couple of tips at the end. So, the location for 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is in the system Euribia at Demolition Unlimited. Now, how you're able to discover 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is through public sources actually, so very easy to find. The meeting requirements for Liz is that you need to gain cordial or friendly status with the Euribia Blue Mafia, which is easy to do. You just basically do the missions with that particular faction to gain the reputation of cordial or friendly. And then for the unlocking requirements, you need to provide 200 units of landmines. Landmines is a commodity that you're actually able to go and buy. So what I'll do is that in the description below, I'll post the link of where the best imports for that material are, so that way you can buy some. And then for the reputation gain, like all engineers, you do need to craft modules with them. You also need to sell commodities to Demolition Unlimited. Now for the modules that are available to be engineered with 𝗕𝗓𝗓, starting with the grade 5s, first one is missile rack. You can engineer your missile rack for high capacity, lightweight, rapid fire, and sturdy. The next grade 5 is Seeker missile rack, where you can engineer for high capacity, lightweight, rapid fire, and sturdy. And lastly for the grade 5s is the TORPEDO PYLON, where you can engineer for lightweight or sturdy. The next module is the mine launcher. This is grade 3, and you can engineer for high capacity, lightweight, rapid fire, and sturdy. The second last module is a grade 1 armor, where you can engineer for blast resistant, heavy duty, kinetic resistant, lightweight, and thermal resistant. And the last module available to engineer with 𝗕𝗓𝗓 is the hull reinforcement package. This is a grade 1, and you're able to engineer for blast resistant, heavy duty, kinetic resistant, lightweight, and thermal resistant. Now for the module and the modification that we're going to be focusing on is a sturdy torpedo pylon, grade 5. Starting at grade 1, you'll need nickel. Nickel can be found through surface prospecting, mining, and ice ring mining. For grade 2, you'll need nickel again. And then you'll also need shield emitters. Shield emitters can be found through ship salvage for combat ships and unidentified signal sources. For grade 3, you'll need nickel, once again, and shield emitters, once again, and also you'll need tungsten. Tungsten can be found through surface prospecting. Now for grade 4, you'll need zinc, and zinc can be found through surface prospecting. Also for grade 4 is you'll need tungsten, once again. And lastly for grade 4 is that you'll need molybdenum, if that's even how you say it. And how you're able to find that is through surface prospecting and mission rewards. Now lastly for grade 5, you'll need high density composites. You can find these through ship salvage for military and authority ships, and unidentified signal sources. The next thing you'll need for grade 5 is the molybdenum. And lastly for grade 5 is that you'll need technetium. And you can find this through surface prospecting. And like most engineering, you're able to put on some experimental effects. Now what we're going to be having a look at as an example would be the reverberating cascade, where it targets the shield generator. Now the cost for applying this experimental effect is that you'll need 2 configurable components. You can find these through ship salvage for transport ships, unidentified signal sources for combat aftermath, and unidentified signal sources for encoded emissions. You'll need 2 classified scan databanks. You can find that through ship scanning for transport ships and surface points of interest such as crash sites. Next is that you'll need 4 filament composites. You can find these through ship salvage for military and authority ships, as well as unidentified signal sources. And lastly, you'll need chromium. Chromium can be found through surface prospecting and ice ring mining. And as I've said in my other previous videos, is that if you are going to be using a material trader, then always trade down. As you might already know, the higher grade materials are harder to find, and if you need those, instead of actually going out and finding them because they are quite rare, then trading down is definitely a big help. And how you're able to do that is by selecting the material that you want first from the material trader, and then choosing a lower grade material that you have a lot of and trading that way. It really does help. And of course I'll be putting a link in the description of where you're able to find the nearest material trader that you're after. I hope this video has helped you. If it has, make sure that you like, comment and subscribe. Here's a video that YouTube thinks that you'll like. I'll see you over there, Commander. Fly safe.